This is Mat Armstrong. In this video, he's beginning an Italian-spirited journey to rebuild a Ferrari F430 around model year 2005, with a manual gearbox and right-hand drive. It's going to be a fun yet challenging mission as a true Ferrari enthusiast tries to bring its heart back to life on the road. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to stay with us for the upcoming videos. Ferrari's most famous engines have always been either V12 or V8. The latest V8 Ferrari produced is the Italian rocket, the F8 Tributo. Before that came the 488, and before that the 458, which marked the end of Ferrari's naturally aspirated V8 era. And the story really began with the car we have today, the F430, powered by a naturally aspirated V8 engine producing around 480 horsepower. Back then, any V8 Ferrari ruled the streets, both in design and performance. The story began when Mat sent two of his friends to check out the car at the garage where it was for sale. From the outside, it looked decent, but the surprise was that it hadn't been on the road for 11 years. Mat bought it for £60,000, and when it arrived on a flatbed truck, he found the right side window propped up with a piece of wood. Once he opened the engine bay, he discovered the real disaster. The engine and most of the mechanical components were completely dismantled. The car had actually been used as a display model in shopping malls, and instead of an engine, they'd filled it with sandbags to keep it sitting low, just like a real supercar. Mat started unloading all the loose parts onto the floor and found a massive pile of components, even some old used tools thrown in with them. The interior was in terrible condition, so he began a full deep clean. Instead of rebuilding the completely destroyed engine, Mat decided to get a replacement engine from his YouTuber friend in the United States, who kindly agreed to give it to him for free. When it arrived, Mat started inspecting it and quickly found the first problem. The crankshaft was bent because that engine had come from a flood-damaged car. He also discovered a few bent connecting rods, so he had to pause the rebuild for a while. He then moved on to other parts of the car, removing the front bumper, washing the car for the first time in years, peeling off the old stickers, and giving the cabin a full clean. While reassembling, he realized a crucial piece was missing: the clutch master cylinder, which he later bought secondhand for £332. Mat began washing and cleaning the replacement engine parts, but he ran into another challenge. There was almost no detailed information online about how to reassemble this specific Ferrari engine. He compared both crankshafts, chose the better one, and started ordering new parts from a specialist Ferrari parts supplier. He purchased new front and rear bumpers, along with several interior components, and the invoice totaled £13,800, bringing the overall cost of the project so far to about £73,000. Mat then removed the cylinder heads and carefully cleaned each valve one by one, fitting new seals to prevent any oil leaks. After that, he prepped the engine block, using a special rotary honing tool to smooth out the inner cylinder walls. He ran into a problem. The official Ferrari assembly manual wasn't available anywhere, so he relied on a Maserati Gran Turismo engine manual, since it uses nearly the same power unit. Mat replaced the piston rings, cleaned everything thoroughly, and started reassembling the entire engine with extreme precision. Once the internals were done, he installed the oil and water pumps, followed by the camshafts and belts. But then another issue appeared: the gearbox. A brand new unit from Ferrari would cost around £30,000, so he bought a used gearbox from eBay for £4,000. Unfortunately, it turned out to be an automatic gearbox from a burned-out car. Not giving up, Mat tried combining parts from two different gearboxes to create a fully functional manual transmission, a risky but impressive move. Later, he worked on the right side window mechanism and discovered that the same motor was also used in a Peugeot. He found one for just £22 and installed it successfully. Mat then installed the remaining components of the engine: the power steering pump, alternator, AC compressor, and oil lines. Once everything was ready, he finally lowered the engine back into the Ferrari's chassis. He filled it up with fluids and started the engine without spark plugs at first to let the oil circulate through every part of the system. Then, he installed the plugs and tried again. At first, the engine was only firing on half the cylinders, so he replaced the camshaft sensors. And that's when the Ferrari came to life, running on all 8 cylinders. Capristo exhaust system, which sounded absolutely incredible. But soon he noticed an oil leak and a cooling issue, traced back to a faulty thermostat and right-side radiator fan. He replaced both with new parts, and everything finally started to stabilize. After that, he reassembled the rest of the car, including the center console, original seats, and glass panels. He fitted 4 new tires, installed the new front and rear bumpers with the silver Ferrari badge, and reattached the beautiful transparent rear engine cover. In the end, after all the effort and countless challenges, came the big surprise. Mat had been rebuilding the Ferrari as a gift for his father, who had helped him every step of the way. The Ferrari F430 has finally come back to life, with a V8 engine that revs all the way up to 8,500 RPM, and a soundtrack that's nothing short of a true Italian orchestra. The total cost reached around £80,000, but it was an epic journey filled with passion, determination, and pure Italian soul. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out the rest of the rebuild projects here on Twin Power, and let us know in the comments. Which car should we feature next? See you in the next one.